Welcome to Sterling High School for today's Colonial Conference soccer matchup, boys soccer matchup featuring the Lindenwold Lions at Sterling here on a last game of the season matchup here for both teams. You look at the Colonial Conference Liberty with Haddon Township up at the top, 9-1-1, then Sterling at second, 6-3-2, followed by West Deptford Haddonfield, surprisingly at 6-6, Haddon Heights at 3-8, and Audubon at 2-9-1. And the other side, Lindenwold having a pretty good year, 8-4-0, followed by Gateway, usually a pretty decent team, then Woodbury at 6-3, Collingswood, Paulsboro, and Gloucester, a new entry into the Colonial Conference, rounding things out there. You look at our current conditions, really nice day for November, 74 degrees, light winds, humidity at 57%, mostly sunny, so you never know what you can get at this time of the year, and we've definitely had some cold ones. As we look at the head-to-head matchup, Lindenwold is 4-1 in the last 5 games, have had a pretty good stretch of teams over the last 5 or 6 years. Sterling last won in 2017. Lindenwold's last win was last year in an early matchup in September, and Sterling is outscoring Lindenwold 10-9. There you look at the goals. Kashmir leading the way with 7 goals, 2 assists, followed by Bruce Williams with 5 goals, 1 assist. And then Tanju Sivri with 3, Mike Berkeley with 2, Tim Hall with 2, Kevin Martin with 1, Mike Ermel with 1, and Matt Martin with a couple of assists. On the Lindenwold side, you've got Esquel Estrada with 8 goals, 2 assists, Jesus Lanes with 7 goals, Antonio Jimenez with 4, Sorrentino with 4, Escobar with 3, Lobo with 3, and Menjivar with 1. There you see Tanju Sivri, a senior, kid who's really done a nice job this year on the back end for Sterling. Sterling having a nice year, second in the conference. Here you see Kashmir, the genre. And they start things off. Ball goes out to the right side. Mike Berkeley giving chase. Joe Lomas back in goal for Sterling. Came in to replace the injured Ryan Maroney. And came in a game and surprisingly, out of nowhere, did pretty good coming in the backup role. And he's been there ever since as they tip the ball back, coming our way. Oh, a lot of whistles, keep playing. The Lindenwold coach was wondering where that one came from. I was, yeah. Ball kind of just hanging out in the middle. Both teams kind of feeling each other out. Sterling, a team that's been very aggressive at midfield this year. I know in the games that we've done, they've, as we look at Lindenwold coming around the edge right there, that was Lannis. Looked like he would almost get around the edge, but recircled back and they restarted things. But right now, Lindenwold putting on some light pressure. Nothing where they've gotten a real good scoring opportunity yet, but getting the ball down in the Sterling end. Sterling, a tough team on the back end, doing a good job of coverage there. You see a shot. Just a slow roller going to Joe Lomas and dives, but it's a pretty easy save for Joe. Look at it on the replay. You see the Lindenwold forward there. That was number 9, Estrada. Kind of got rid of it quick, going against his body. Just one of those things where you just throw it on the net, see what happens. An early 3 o'clock game because of the daylight savings time. went to the 4 o'clock game and somehow we hit overtime, we'd be playing in the dark. As you look at Kashmir Genre right now, leading scorer, getting bumped off the ball. Good job defensively. No foul there, but it's a good defensive play. Solid contact on the ball. Sterling kind of getting the ball back and spreading things out a little bit right there just to give himself some space. Going to Bruce Williams. Williams controls a nice pass, just a little bit long for Justin Maroney. Look at the replay here. You see Maroney giving chase, but the Lindenwold defender, that was number 6, Christopher Ortez. And I believe we're going to get our first corner kick. So Sterling getting a decent opportunity here with unofficially 36, a little over 36 minutes remaining in this first half early on. That's Matt Martin with the corner kick. Mike Berkeley gets up in the air, just doesn't able to get it on net, but they've scored on that play with Mike Berkeley. Good head ball, and it's one of those things where you love what Mike Berkeley brings to the table in midfield, but you'd also like to use him up front. But unfortunately, you can't use him in both places. But he's had an outstanding year this year, the junior. Ball goes over to Alexis Vasquez. Sterling right now playing a little keep away. They've done that a couple times. Got the ball back just to kind of survey the field, spread things out. Hit the ball up front. A couple times they were able to get it to Bruce Williams, but Lindenwold's not a bad team in transition. You saw it right there going up the other side with a little bit of speed, so you don't want to get caught flat-footed against this team. They definitely have some speed at the forward position. Lindenwold bringing everything up. Boy, tell you what, they had everybody past midfield. One man, player number 8, Rodriguez, was back, but boy, they're sending everybody up early. It almost looked like something you would do in the last 5 minutes of a game when you're down. But I guess they're figuring it's late in the season. I think this is their last game. They're going to play it aggressive. Justin Maroney giving chase. Lindenwold had a little bit of sustained attack time a couple of minutes ago, but then it kind of swung down to Sterling, and there you see Berkeley real tough in midfield, looking for that call right there, and he's going to get it. Kind of looked like he got hooked and almost pulled down. Pretty blatant foul there. Tanju Sivri's going to get the kick. Wow, this is a real good opportunity here. Looked like it was holding the shoulders. It was the call I got from the referee. And here's a direct kick by Tanju Sivri. So it's like they'll put a wall in front of them, but this is a great opportunity here fairly early on in this first half for Sterling. Here's Sivry with the kick gets blocked by that wall. So he wasn't able to get it up and over it. We'll take another look at it. Ouch. So Lindenwold survives that opportunity right there. Good hex ball there by Alexis Vasquez. Look at these moves right here. Good ball control there. And that's what you do when you get somebody who controls the ball like that. Get two men on him, and that broke the play up, but they're still going to get an indirect kick right here. And a pretty good opportunity. Good opportunity here for Lindenwold early on. Lindenwold put again, they're really sending everybody up. Not afraid to take chances. There's a head ball and a bouncer, but Joe Lomas is right there to make the save. We'll look at it on the replay. You see the kick, and always dangerous if you don't have somebody covered in there, and they got the ball to that far post, but we're not able to convert on the head ball. Good job by Kashmir Janela using his body, taking out the defender. And Lindenwold, that's number 9, going around the edge right there. Estrada, almost, that was like a dump and chase, just going for the long ball downfield. And Estrada definitely showed some speed. That's somebody who, if you're a defender from Sterling, you want to make sure you know where he's at all times, and he's going to get rewarded with the, it's going to inbound the corner kick. And it's headed out by Tanju Sivry. Lindenwold having everybody up. Boy, they have one player, Rodriguez, in midfield, but the next closest player was probably within about, I would say, 15 to 20 yards of midfield. So they're really looking to put the pressure on. And if Sterling can get the ball out to one of their forwards, it's a little bit ahead of steam as Joe Lomas comes out, makes a nice save. But when they get everybody deep like that, if Sterling can get the ball to one of their forwards, especially somebody with speed like a Genre or Williams, they could get a good opportunity. Look at the replay right here as we see the shot where Joe Lomas comes out, makes a save, and there's a Genre with the shot, going a little bit wide. As we talked about, the speed of the Sterling forwards, and a Genre got open, but had a tough angle shot, but still was able to get it off. As we look at Williams, there's a replay of the shot, and he had a lot of open net there, but that's tough, a tough play. And we have the, look at the shot right here. Coach is unwinding out here. Lindenwold coach is Jason Snyder, making his feelings known. As you look at the shot, great save there by the Lindenwold goaltender. It's Oscar Dorado.
Just throw it down here. Yeah, get it down here.
Here's a replay of that shot. Went high. Nice save. Boy, that almost found a little area under the post. Coach going down the other end to cool off a little bit. Lindenwold doing a good job battling. Lindenwold coach Jason Snyder losing his mind over here. Thought he could have gotten a call there. We look at the kick, and it goes in on the goalie. Good shot to get it right on goal. But the game's starting to get physical. I mean, it was a little bit physical early on, but there's the coach right there. We're gonna have to keep an eye on Coach Snyder. He was very flamboyant there for about a minute. Didn't like some things that were going on. Berkeley gets the ball to John, or tries to skip it around the defender. Lindenwold regains possession. Only have Maroney come up and break things up. So Lindenwold, a school that struggles in some sports, but definitely not in soccer. They're a tough soccer team and have been pretty good over the last 5 or 6 years, as evidenced by our record against them in the last 5 years. There's a shot, a little bit of a hook to it. Very good in bowling. Boy, Mr. K gave me that bit of information. I had no idea about that. But struggling a lot of the other sports. I know Mr. K, I don't think they had a baseball team last year. There we go. There's the head-to-head matchup. It shows you what Lindenwold's done in the last 5 years. 4-1 against us. Last 5 games. Our last win was 3 years ago. Lindenwold won last year, but we're still outscoring them 10-9. But they're a good team. They. Okay, Mr. K informed me the reason we've outscored them is because there was a game we won 6-0. So. But I know Haddon Township is a real good, obviously has had a real good program for a long time. Had a couple of years where they lost to Lindenwold. You know, their coach was very impressed with how skilled they were. And you could see it on the display here. I know, Mr. K, we were looking at the one we put on a replay of some of the ball handling by the one forward. I believe it was Rodriguez. Now Lindenwold spread things out. Don't have as many men up. They have the 3 back behind, right about at center field, but not pressing as much as they were. Look at the move here down the line, as you see Sterling giving chase, a stop and a go, and right around them. Wow, it's amazing he was able to stay in bounds on that one. And it goes out of bounds, and Sterling will get a kick here. And you can get all the latest highlights on Twitter from Sterling TV19. Just go to www.twitter.com/SterlingTV19. A lot of good stuff on there. Catch scores of different games. Braden Shand giving chase to Lanes. Lanes is one of their goal scorers. One of their top goal scorers. I believe he was one of the ones that had 6 or 7 goals. Coach Marley's mixing a lot of different players in here. Good mix of youth and veterans here on this Sterling team. Lost a few kids to COVID and a couple of serious injuries early in the year, and have gone on to hang in there tough. I mean, they were second in the division and have really played well, despite dealing with a decent amount of adversity. Genre gets it back to Mike Berkeley. Couldn't quite get a handle on it and dishes it off to the left side. If he was able to get that one in stride, a little bit behind him, had to kind of gain control. There you see the Genre coming in, and you see a slide tackle, but good job by the Genre. There you see a lot of good body balance and good, nice ability to hold on to the ball by Casimir Genre. Get the ball up to that far side. Have been trying to do that. Have had success. We saw the one play on the replay where you had them using their ball handling skills to get around the defender. But then Sterling always does a good job getting the second man in and recovering, almost like a help defense type of thing. Braden Chan having some space over there. Good job controlling, getting the ball back to Mike Berkeley. This is Sarmiento. Sterling's tough. If you don't move the ball quickly upfield, they can get you held up at midfield. Kevin Rodriguez right there. I think got called for the penalty. Foul. Going up in the air, I guess. Look. Well, who was that? 23. That's Kevin Rodriguez. Really, I thought he was off on the left side. I didn't realize he was there. Really got up in the air. Here's the kick. An opportunity here for Lindenwold, and just goes wide. That's where you want some forwards crashing the net. You see right here. Good kick, hooking kick, but didn't have anybody off to that far post. But hey, give credit to Sterling. They kind of held up one of the forwards, and had a lot to do with Lindenwold's inability to connect on that. Lindenwold with the throw in right here. Not too many really good opportunities for either team. Both teams have been really good on the back end in covers. There's a few times where both teams have gotten the ball deep, but I know in Genre got the ball pretty deep, but got cut off and really took a shot that was at a tough angle and a little bit wide. But other than that, haven't had a lot of opportunities you haven't seen a whole lot of really good scoring opportunities from either team, as we're just going under the 19-minute mark. And we're going to welcome Mr. Strauss, just getting off of his run. How many miles did you run?
5 today.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You shouldn't even be out of breath.
I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm good.
a kid because I could never run 5 miles.
Sure you could.
I do a run and walking regimen, but
You've been doing that for a while though, haven't you?
a long time.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
It's refreshing.
It is good. It works out great. But I do, as time goes on, I do less running and more walking. But it still works out good.
Hey, listen. You're getting out there. That's all that matters.
Yeah, yeah. You're my hero. You've done, how many marathons have you done?
4 fulls and a whole lot of halves. And we got our Sterling half marathon team, which got cut short because of the pandemic. We had a good amount of students and staff that were on board with that. And,
Yeah.
we're hoping to get that back again going this year.
Next year, yeah.
Some new
Good.
faces out there. It's good. It's something that, once the training's tough on it, but you know, once you cross that finish line, you can't
Yeah.
replicate that feeling. You really can't. And,
Definitely an accomplishment.
and these guys that are on the field right now, I mean, they're running a whole bunch. They're logging a bunch of miles. They just don't know it.
Yeah, and it's, you know, to what you're saying about that, and I talked about a little bit earlier. Coach Marley's is doing a good job this year, really getting a lot of guys in there. And how many times have we seen a game where if you utilize your depth properly in the last few minutes of a game, the team with fresh legs is the one that's getting the opportunities, and they ultimately could win the game.
That's really what it comes down to is
Coach is coming over. He's going to come on air. And we got
Coach Snyder. Coach Snyder.
Oh, come on, yeah. We'll get you on, man. Coach is coming over. He's our third color analyst right here.
Our sideline reporter.
We got your meltdown about 5 minutes ago.
It'd be great if we could mic up.
I was just going to say that it's a shame all the headsets have wires on them. We could put the headset on them. Might not be a good idea, though.
Well, I know we used to do that with Coach McDonald back when she was coaching. Yeah. She'll be back again this year, and maybe it's a situation where we can mic her up again. And
we have remote.
Yeah, we can pull that off. I think we put the wireless lavalier on her, and it was really cool to get perspective from inside the huddle.
Yeah,
it was really cool.
Well, real good opportunity here for Sterling, and they're going to get Alexis Vasquez here. We saw Tangiu have the same type of opportunity on the other side, but we're going to get good opportunity here with the kick.
And with these guys, you know, the wind, that's right in the middle of the 18 there. Dangerous ball. Opportunity here offside, though. DeJean offside just by a little bit, and I can tell you that wind is going to play a factor. It's kicking up out there.
Yeah. Yeah, that was one where we just saw it on replay. You want to get it probably over to the right just a little bit more for one of those one-time opportunities.
Well, this is an opportunity to also shout out some professional soccer in the area. Philadelphia Union winning the supporters trophy for the best record in the league. They secured that the other night. So that's.
Have you been to any of their games?
I used to be a season ticket holder.
What's that?
I was a season ticket holder. And then, life got in the way, and I know a lot of, obviously not a lot of fans. I don't know if they're allowing fans in or not. But what a great venue to go watch and even play some soccer. Nice intimate venue down there, nice and small. Only about, I think, 16,000 they allow in there, and a great field. They keep it in great shape there.
It looks like an awesome place because you see it obviously when you go over that bridge. It's off down below, and it looks like one of those places where there's not a bad seat in the house. Kind
of like the old Campbell's Field.
Right.
Really not a bad seat in the house. Rest in peace, Campbell's Field. But, I think a lot of the fields throughout the area are in great shape because of the lack of, youth sports. Unfortunately, are taking a hit, and obviously you're cutting the games in half on these fields, and the fields look great.
Yeah.
So still no score here. I didn't miss anything on my run. So
we really haven't had, like I was saying before we got here. They're both teams. It's a pretty equal game, moving the ball up and down the field. As we look at the kick right here, and they're going to get a head ball, but they might get an opportunity here. Great save by Joe Lomas. As we say, they haven't gotten any real good opportunities. Probably their best opportunity right there. And real nice save by Joe Lomas. You can't say enough about the job he's done coming in for an injured Ryan Maroney.
And here's one of the things that I like about that save by Lomas is that, as we look at it one more time here, off the head ball, Joey Lomas anticipates this. And he's already moving to his left. If he hesitates, that's in the back of the net, top corner.
Yeah.
John Hallwood checking in, saying that the Union are allowing fans. I'm sure it's at a limited capacity there. I'm sure the River End, Sons of Ben, their supporter section, which is where we used to sit, is crazy. Crazy. Sean Clank joining us as well. Talk a little soccer. Nice hat. Both rocking the same hat today. 12:24 remaining here in the scoreless first half. Sterling and Lindenwold. Always a tough team. There's an onside play here for Lindenwold. Lindenwold tripped inside the box. No whistle.
Wow.
And I believe that's Tanju Sivri took him down, and still down for Lindenwold is Estrada.
They're going to say he was on the ball. Boy, yeah,
wow,
you talk about recovery. That was just a great job by Tanju Sivri recovering. And
they got really tough no call there.
Martin dispossessed there, and here comes Lindenwold. Maroney. Eyes on the ball. If you watch Tank, they call him, he's really, really good at his position. Another takedown by Sivri. Sivri getting a little bit of the Michael Jordan treatment here. Sean is. Sean Clank going off, and I like how he pulls double duty.
Yeah.
Pulls double duty on the air, and
we got to put the head. He needs a remote headset so he can announce while he's going around to the different fields.
Here's a breakaway again from Estrada. Now let's see if Sivri got ball first here.
Oh, wow. You know what?
It looked like he did.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Wow.
Good no call.
Ball is out of play as we're just about the 10.5-minute mark of this scoreless first half. These two teams always play against each other, and they always play each other tough. Lindenwold is a really, really good squad.
Yeah.
About 5 or 6 miles away down the road.
Have some very skilled players. I mean, we've seen some examples of their ball handling and going around people, breaking them up one-on-one, but I think what Sterling does, Rob, to counter that very good, I mentioned it before, is that if somebody gets caught in a one-on-one situation, you always have that help defender coming over and breaking things up. Sterling very good on the back end this year.
I believe Lindenwold, didn't he win Group 1?
They might have.
A couple years ago. They had a really, really good squad a couple years ago.
A couple years ago, they actually beat Haddon Township, which in Group 1, Haddon Township's one of the top teams. Haddon Township won a state title a couple years ago. But yeah, they've. And we're also saying it's the one, they struggle in a lot of different sports, but this is one of the few that they're highly competitive in.
Still looking for the game's first goal here on a nearly 80-degree day in mid-November. I think we're going to go, this might be the last of these shorts and t-shirt kind of days for about six months or so.
Let me check my forecast here.
I know we're supposed to get some rain tomorrow night, and that's when everything's going to change. So back to reality, although this was a nice taste of the lingering summer that was, and in only 2020 this would happen. Usually this time of year, I think we mentioned this in the last soccer broadcast, we're usually all sorts of bundled up and thankful that Mr. K's truck is shielding us from the west wind there a little bit. Not to mention, this would be a playoff game, a very, very deep playoff game. This would probably be around the finals of Group 2 at this point. Now we're on the eve or so of the first round, which will start on November 14th, which can't say a lot of it. Beautiful play there by Joey Lomas. Coming off his line, Lindenwold wants a call. They're not going to get it, but I believe Lomas got his foot off.
I agree with you.
And got to the head of the forward there.
Yeah, the last 2 times we saw some controversial contact, I think they were good no calls.
Here's one more look at it, guys.
It's nice play by Joey. Come off the line here. Joey's on the ball, and then the Lindenwold player comes over top of him.
He actually kicked it into him.
Yeah, close.
And went off of Lomas, and then the deflection went off the diving player. So, wow. How many times can you say that? You see this in hockey all the time, where starting goalie gets hurt, and here comes the backup goalie, and you're like, uh-oh, here we go.
Yeah.
And then the backup goalie, and this happens with the Flyers all the time, backup goalie starts to make a case for himself, and I think this is a situation here with Joey Lomas.
Yeah, doing a nice job coming in. Really is. He's
And I think we mentioned this in the last broadcast as well, is how much he grew from last year to this year.
Yeah.
And I had him in class first semester last year, and he definitely wasn't as tall as he is this year. So.
Well, he was our color analyst.
Yeah.
Last year,
yep.
2 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, he does. He's done a really nice job and stepped in. And it's funny, you generally, when you have a starting keeper go down, you see the level of confidence in the whole team kind of decrease, and that hasn't been the case. You've actually seen the level of confidence in the team actually increase as they've seen Joey make more and more key saves.
And kudos to Coach Marleys and Coach Behringer for keeping the team even keeled when that kind of thing happens. So,
yeah.
And they, Coach Marley's been at the helm here for a long time.
Yeah.
Played here and now is coaching here and has done a phenomenal job. And they're going to stop the clock right here, 6:14, and there's going to be a yellow card. Looks like Fernando Lobo is going to get.
So we got the
Got our field mic.
Field mic picking up some of the disagreements there as he started to approach him as he kicked the ball, which you had to actually ask for 10 yards, which Sterling didn't do, but you can't actually close the gap on the restart. So that's why he got the yellow card.
And on the restart, good punch out by the keeper. Service back in and then kicked away, still inside zone with a weird backspin on that. And it will be a corner kick for Sterling with under 6 minutes to play here in the first.
Yeah, that's weird. There was a ton of backspin on that. As soon as the ball hit the ground, it took off like a Super Bowl.
Looked like one of those pitching wedge from about 65 yards out. When it goes right past the pin, then zips backwards. Comes a corner.
Matt Martin serving up corner.
Punched away again by the keeper, and punches it right to himself. Good opportunity there for Sterling. They're going to come up empty.
Yeah, nice play by the keeper here. Comes out, high points the ball, and then comes back and grabs it. Nice composure there. This is where Lindenwold's very dangerous on the transition.
Yeah.
They come. Shot and a score. What an absolute rifle by Ezekiel Estrada. And just right on cue, their transition game pays off, and the Lions are up 1-0.
Yeah, you gave him a little bit too much space, and boy, he just unloaded and got Joe Lomas on the short side. Didn't have much of a chance on that one. That would have been a tough save. Just a great shot.
Well, he came up, and you see he looks up, and watch, he sees where the angle is before he drops his head to take the shot. So nice job by Estrada.
And Justin Burr trying to come back and play defense and just couldn't catch up, and that was an absolute laser from Ezekiel Estrada, the senior.
Yeah, year in and year out, Lindenwold always has about 2 or 3 kids who can absolutely just flat out score. So.
One more look at it here. Look at the space given, and then good attempt by Joey Lomas, but
Sterling
not much time to react on that.
Sterling on the counter here.
almost answers back, hits the side of the cage.
Side panels in there.
Coach Snyder very animated for the Lions on the sideline as he serves as the boys' tennis coach as well.
Yeah.
So we have,
There's a lot of.
there he is right there. He's rocking the tennis hat with at the soccer games. So way to represent both squads.
Yeah, a lot of experience over there too. His father helps him coach, and his father is a longtime coach in the Philadelphia Public League in Frankfurt High School. He's kind of a soccer legend over at Frankfurt High School.
Sterling in transition and off the hand of body, and it will be a Sterling. Nope, it will go called a goal kick, and they're going to make a substitution. Wilbur Escobar is going to check into the game. Yep, that goes right off of Sterling and out of play.
Yeah, a little. Also, Coach Snyder Sr. is also a basketball coach, a JV basketball coach over at Frankfurt High School for a long time.
That's why we bring Sean on the broadcast, for a lot of the Philly connection.
Yeah, that's something I did not know.
That's where Ted gets all of his trivia from.
There you go.
I wonder how Sean would do in the football trivia. Up in the booth.
Again, we need the remote. We got to give him the remote.
We got to give him that
Right,
earpiece.
the walkie-talkie.
Something.
Get Paul Mays on that.
Yeah, come on.
There you go.
Work on that for 2021. How about that?
As long as you have that finger on the edit button, we're good. Yeah. Or the drop button.
The
anytime.
dump button, yep.
Yeah, as long as you get dumped at it any time. So, but Lindenwold always it's funny, during the season they're a smaller school, so you don't get many power points, but they're a very extremely tough team. So even though they're a Group 1 team, this is a playoff level intensity that you're going to have to play here. So there he is. This Coach Snyder Sr.
I like how far apart he is from those two are from each other there.
Yeah.
Would love to hear the dinner time conversation after a close game. And that.
Yeah.
Probably very animated.
There you go.
See how far apart that they are.
But
Coach Snyder gets a late whistle. Official couldn't see it, and now he's explaining it to Coach Snyder with 90 seconds unofficially left to go here. And they're going to say handball right in front of Coach Snyder. He's going to line that up. He's done. Working the officials.
yeah.
And a good opportunity here for Rodriguez, and the Lions already up 1-0 on the goal by Estrada. Sent in, bent in, nicely headed away by Sivry. And I think Sterling just wants to get out of the half here, down 1-0, and to clear it away with under a minute remaining here in the first. Tell you what, Tanju Sivry had made a couple of real nice plays earlier in this first half, and this could have been 2 or 3-0.
Yeah.
Not to mention Joey Lomas as well.
Well, even overall, Lindenwold's that team. Sean, you mentioned it, the transition, how you could be feeling good, for a period of time, feeling like you're in control. But all of a sudden, with that speed, as they had going up the far side, they just need one opportunity, and they were able to make it count.
Sure, and that transition was off of one of Sterling's corners.
Yeah.
So that came out, and the goalie made the punt save, and then a grab, and then it's quick transition.
Here we see him again. Look at the speed there.
I just got underneath that one just a little bit, and that should do it for the half. As soon as the Lomas, or excuse me, Sivry punts this one away, I believe we are less than a minute away, because they did have the stoppage for the yellow card as well as the goal. See if Sterling can sneak one in here before the half. Good game so far here from Sterling.
Absolutely.
Not our whistle, but a nice save by the keeper. And they will take another look at it right here. Almost went over the head of the keeper.
Close.
Yeah, nice way to track that ball there. And again, it's game of angles there. He had his back to the sun. If it from the other angle, he'd be staring right in the sun at this point of the tape.
Easy call there against Berkeley, but it's not going to matter to end the first half. 1-0 Lindenwold on the goal by Ezekiel Estrada. An absolute rocket from the right side. Beats Lomas short side. And that's where we stand at the half. We'll get on to a quick break. Give these guys a break. We'll come back with second half action right after this.
People are oblivious to the facts and supportive of the fiction. What should you believe? Believe the facts. COVID-19 is a real problem, and here's how you can do your part. Social distancing works. 6 feet apart from everyone. Proper mask placement prevents the virus from getting in and out, and lets you breathe normally. And if you're not near a sink, you can use hand sanitizer to kill the virus before it can keep spreading. But whenever you can, wash your hands. Soap, water, happy birthday. You know the drill. Let's help each other get through this. Stay safe, stay healthy, and go to cdc.gov for more information.
One nothing Lions as we get ready for the second half here on Channel 19. Goal scored by Ezekiel Estrada. Shows an absolute cannon from Estrada. Lomas gave it his best effort, but man, he got loose, and it happened in an instant.
And the combination of speed, and then at the very end of that play, the skill and be able to fire a bullet. And Sean described it perfectly. As he was going down in those last couple feet, you could see him look up. A lot of times guys will just fire something on that. He had a spot. He knew exactly where that one was going. That was a goal scorer's goal.
Not sure how many goals he has on the season, but I tell you what, if he's shooting like that, he's having a pretty good. He's probably gonna have a pretty good year.
And don't think that Sterling now is really going to know where he is at all times when they get the ball past midfield.
So 1-0. Officials need one more second here on the near side. Looks like he will have it going with the hat. Far side official going to go with the hat because that sun is beaming out there. Look at some of the goal scorers for Sterling. Casimir Genre, 7 goals on the season, 9 points total. Good year out of him. Bruce Williams there. Bruce Williams, 3 goals in the last 2 games.
Bruce wearing that cast on the left hand.
Kate McVeigh doing the same thing for the girls' side. She's got the club on as well. Sure, that feels real good in the defender's back on a 50-50 ball. Any other sport, you break your hand or your arm, maybe you would think, oh, your season's done.
Yep.
But soccer, obviously, unless you're a goalkeeper, your season's still a thing.
Yeah, you're still in the mix.
Michael Berkeley, one of the NJSIAA representatives, does a great job for representing Sterling High School, and it's a great kid on top of it. Really good student, good athlete. Coming up on, believe it or not, just about 3 or 4 weeks away from swim season for him.
Right. I forgot he's a swimmer. I knew, obviously, soccer and I think in the spring he's doing
track.
that.
I think he does.
Track, yeah.
We talk about this a lot, Schulze, the importance of not just being a one-dimensional athlete year-round, and how much other sports can lend itself to other sports, and how they all kind of intermingle and intertwine themselves.
The further the longer time goes on, the thinking is definitely away from that one sport athlete that just does it year-round. They just, a lot of trainers and physical therapists, people in that area say you want to use different muscles. You don't want to just focus on one sport where you're using the same muscles, and they say it even can help out with injuries, not have as many injuries. You're using and developing all your different muscles.
So Sterling looking to come back here, being down 1.
And Casimir, we talk about the speed of Lindenwold, but Casimir Genre on the Sterling end, he showed some flashes of speed in his own right. I know, getting up that right side, getting by a defender, and just shooting it a little bit wide on a tough angle shot in that first half.
Off head of Berkeley, and Genre fires one off the crossbar.
Wow.
Had the keeper beat, and if it's an inch lower, it goes in.
Wow, what a shot. Talk about just unloading. And I don't think the keeper even thought it was going to come out of it. He got rid of it so quick. Caught the keeper flat-footed. Here we go in the replay right here. Wow.
Usually that goes bar, and they call that bar down, and it went bar down but came out.
Yeah.
One more look at it here.
Coming over here to look at the replay.
Got all of it. And great job by our camera. Whoever's on this camera, kudos to you for following it.
Wow.
Nice service inside, looking for the head off the pipe and away again.
Kevin Rodriguez getting it in there.
Sterling hits the crossbar and the post, and they're going to stop the clock here. They have a injured player as Guerrero's down.
Here's that last opportunity. Boy, just kind of bouncing around in there and just couldn't find a foot of Sterling forward.
Sterling knocking on the door, and you say this all the time. I think we said this in the last girls broadcast, how important it is to start strong. Sterling coming out. I don't know what they look like to start this game. You were here before me, but good start here for Sterling.
Yeah, in the second half, it was a back and forth game, really. You know, you had Lindenwold get up the field. Lindenwold early on had some sustained attack time, but Sterling definitely countered. You know, it was a fairly evenly played first half, but you can see Lindenwold's the type of team where, you know, the play could be at midfield. You're not thinking anything's coming up, then boom, just like that, they get the ball upfield, and within seconds they have a scoring opportunity.
Maroney. All these whistles is probably the most confusing thing ever.
Coach Snyder. Can we get a play of Coach Snyder using his chest? He didn't use his hands. See if Mr. K can get a replay of that. A true soccer player. Still thinking as a player's having a player's mindset. Didn't hand the ball. Didn't get his hands on the ball. Here we see he's coming over. Goes up. Look at that. There we go. Jumped up off the chest.
There you go.
I mean, you don't want to get hit with a handball.
And as the camera went away, nobody saw this, but he was down on his hands and knees, screaming in pain.
Yeah,
no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's a again, the Snyder family, a long history soccer in that family. I believe the brother is a Washington Township soccer coach.
Good ball coming up the near sideline, double teamed. Goes off of Sterling and a chance to clear it away, and they do. Berkeley, service forward, trying to spring a genre 1-on-3. Genre being covered by Ortiz. And will be Sterling throw, and Coach Snyder in disgust here on the near sideline.
Yeah.
And some of the whistles coming from our left side, coming from the football team, getting ready for a contest at West Deptford. Kickoff 7 o'clock. We'll have that for you here on Channel 19, live on YouTube.
Yeah, I believe that's a 6 o'clock kickoff. Believe it or not.
Did they move it back to 6?
Yeah, I think it's a 6 o'clock.
That's
kickoff.
news to us.
Yeah. And our girls field hockey will be playing at 5 o'clock at Deptford.
A lot of Deptford action on Friday.
Yeah, at 7 o'clock game, I was hoping to catch a little bit of the field hockey game before I headed to the football. Oh, opportunity
Shot and score. Bruce Williams with the equalizer, his 4th goal in 3 games, and the hot streak continues for the senior.
Yeah, this is just Johnny on the spot here. A lot of balls popping through. Nobody really clears. A misclear there, and Bruce takes advantage of it.
And defensively, the longer you keep that ball bouncing around, it's going to find a foot of the opposing forward, and that's what happened. Bruce Williams just knocked it in there.
Lozano misplayed it, and right place, right time for Bruce Williams.
Yeah.
And for Williams, that is his 6th goal of the season, one behind Genre for the team lead, but more importantly, equalizes this game, and that is his 4th goal in 3 games against really, really good competition.
Sure.
Yeah, he's coming live at the right time of the year. Definitely. Again, this is a soccer coaches will tell you most of it is a chess match when you go in soccer and moving around. But when you play Lindenwold, it's like speed chess in the park. Like you're making moves, and it's going to be it's a very quick chess match.
Like those guys in the park that like hitting the timer.
Hitting the timer, yeah.
Yep.
This is it's a speed chess match here when you play Lindenwold. You see very quick moves, very quick runs.
Williams dispossessed. Gave that a real good play there, Bruce Williams. And turned over here. Oh, that had to hurt. That will leave a mark. Vasquez takes one in the back, but Williams clears it away. I don't think I'd get up from that.
Nah.
I'll run all those miles and be okay the next day, but I tell you what. Kicked up ahead by Martin, and that is out. And here comes Sterling with Matt Martin.
Coach Marley's telling him to slow down the pace a little bit.
I mean, you play the speed game. I think you're playing right into the hands of Lindenwold at this point.
Absolutely.
Sterling coming off of game against Haddon Township, and Haddonfield. So two really good games. Or excuse me, that was Heights and Audubon. Excuse me, Heights and Audubon, both of which they won. 1-0 and 5-0. $5-0 decision against Audubon, in which Williams had 2 goals. He also had the lone goal and game-winning goal against Haddon Heights. 1-0 decision there, and he picks one up here. Colin Chestnut is going to check into the game for Sterling at the next opportunity. His sister plays on the girls' team. Got a significant amount of minutes in a really, really exciting game. A 2-1 overtime winner. Sterling was down 1-0 in that game with about 4 minutes left to go. Kaylee Sheehan gets the equalizer, and then just 2 or 3 minutes into overtime, Sterling wins it.
Yeah, Cat Miller.
Cat Miller. As we look at the graphic here, Oakcrest, the #1 seed, they're going to have a bye, automatic bye. Sterling down there on the bottom left part of your screen. They're going to play here against Pemberton on Saturday at 10 o'clock. And in a twist of fate, the girls will also be playing Pemberton, but they will be on the road.
My eyes are getting the best.
That's going to be on Monday.
Which seed Delran?
Delran is a 5.
5. Okay,
yeah.
wow. That's
they're not used to that.
no.
Delran, a perennial powerhouse. We've gone there several times and have come up empty several times.
There we go. You see it on the Delran going against Pleasantville. We've gone down to Pleasantville before.
Yes, we have.
They're a good team.
Well, Colonial Conference match there, that 4-13 West Effort Collingswood.
Right.
Haddonfield Cedar Creek. Haddon Heights St. Vincent, and Bordentown and Delsey. A lot of really good. And with this year, Kevin, I mean, it's got to be tough with the limited amount of games and COVID obviously affecting a lot of teams and the uncertainty of who's got what's everybody's real roster. And that's got to be the real challenge this year. But this is what's going to make this tournament really wide open from anything from the 1 to the 16.
Yeah, if there's a quarantine situation, you could be in a situation where you're in a 3rd round game and you could miss half your team, like 4, 5, 6 kids from your team. You just never know. But just like everybody's been doing, you keep playing.
Yeah, I believe that's why Delran has such a low seed this year, because they had some COVID issues. They had to cancel a couple football games. They had a couple other spots. So I think that hurt their soccer team this year as far as the seeding is concerned, as far as the power points.
We've seen a lot in football as well. A lot of football teams either postponing their games or their seasons altogether. Not as much in the South Jersey area, but definitely in other areas of the tri-state area.
Yeah, in Sterling, we have a very good seed. I mean, if you look around and talk to, most people, the general consensus is the two strongest teams in this playoff bracket is Oakcrest and then also Delran. So we're fortunate we won't see either one of those teams at least to the third round.
Right.
So.
Yeah, our history with Delran is not good.
No, we had them. Did we get them in a second round matchup?
I think we did. Yeah.
Year or the year before.
Yeah, and Bordentown's also a very good team. So we'll be playing them we'll probably be seeing them in the second round if we get through first.
So Sterling will play either Delsey or Bordentown in the quarterfinal. And then they'll either face Haddonfield, Cedar Creek, Haddon Heights, or Cinnaminson in the semis. So pretty good draw for Sterling.
Yeah, Haddonfield, I mean, I think they're like 6-6. They're usually at the top of their division, but they were down a little bit.
Colin Chestnut down on the pitch. Let's take a look and see if we can see what happened with it. I think it was that 50-50 ball. He might even... Yeah, that looks uncomfortable. Looking at the quad area.
Clipped there? Or, yeah,
looks like it clipped with a knee, I believe, on this 50-50 ball. Got tied up there with 17 for the Lions. Not a program, but... That'll leave a mark.
Yeah. No doubt. Been a lot of contact today. And
he's smiling. That's good.
That's good. That's a good sign.
Sean's so good at that. He's so good at, getting the student athletes to not think about what just happened to them, potentially. Just get them thinking somewhere else and everything's fine. It's not a big deal.
The mental part of the job.
Oh, no doubt. See if we
Clock
can
stopped at 26:40.
Coach Marley's pulling double duty today. Not only does he spend his time coaching, obviously, putting the pieces on the field, he's also in charge of the clock here on the field. Man of many talents.
Yeah. Does it all well.
You know who else does stuff well? Sean Clank. Sean, give us an update on Colin Chestnut.
He has a non-COVID-related lower body injury. Like in my Philadelphia Flyers.
Yes. He's day-to-day.
As specific as you can be.
Yes.
We're all day-to-day. You really think about it. Martin. Plenty of Burke wide open in the middle of the field. Didn't find him. And they turn it over. Sky ball going towards the Sterling bench, and it's still in play, and now it is out. Estrada tried to save it and could not. So 1-1. Bruce Williams gets the equalizer. And his hot streak continues, and hopefully that continues into this weekend as they'll take on Pemberton. That's an early bus ride for the Hornets.
Yeah. I got to tell you the truth. We're looking at the Sterling aspect of it. I would hate to be the team that has to face Lindenwold in the playoffs.
Agreed.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be tough. That's going to be tough to go in Group 1. So, yeah, and Coach Snyder does a nice job. And one of the things he does is he melds so many different styles together. One of my, one of the memories from like 2-3 years ago is they had their state championship shirt, and he put the flags from all the countries members of his team were on. There was 9 different flags on the back of the shirt.
Good for him.
Which is was a pretty cool shirt. It was a pretty cool shirt when you looked at it.
Matt Martin's going to serve it up.
I think they said they're going to give a warning to the goalie. He pushed off a genre.
Yeah, the clock stopped here. They're trying to take.
Wow.
Yeah, picking up some field my stuff here.
You know how you remedy this? We're going to let the field mics do all the commentary.
There you go. There's a ball came back. And this comes out, and the Sterling misses the corner. Takes a head ball out of bounds.
I think the near side official is going to come over and have some words with Coach Snyder here.
That's longtime referee Dave Reese, who's also a volleyball official as well. We'll keep our commentary to the officials to ourselves.
Yeah.
But Dave's been around forever. Yeah.
It's a tough job.
Yeah.
That's why I'm comfortable where I sit. I could never be an umpire or official or anything like that.
Well, I was telling them on the replay, they did a good job on those calls where everybody thought it was a takedown, but you could clearly see the one he did it got ball first.
Sure, absolutely. It's a tough situation because every coach wants to get the benefit of the doubt of every call. So all you kind of really ask is it evens out at the end.
No way. He does tennis.
And, we mentioned earlier that he is a tennis coach, and tennis is a completely different game.
A little more calm.
A lot more calm.
A lot more calm.
A lot more calm in tennis. Tennis is more of a quieter sport.
I believe we joked one of the last times we played Lindenwold that he'd be perfect for one of those Snicker commercials. As his personality changes. Oh, nice job by Michael Berkeley stepping into it. Ball kind of caroms here, and then Mike calls off Braden Sheen and coming full speed and just misses the far post.
Good setup. And good leave, too, by Bruce Williams. And Michael Berkeley had a head-on shot, whereas Williams would have been coming in from an angle.
Yeah.
And they have a whistle going against Lindenwold. It'd be a Sterling kick.
Yeah, and actually coming down then.
Coach Marley's been coaching this boys team for a long time, and one of the questions that I would love to have for him, maybe we could do a piece on this and for Sterling overtime, is if I have to give him his all-time starting 11 with a back and just it'd be kind of a fun.
Yeah.
Can't do that with the girls coach, Coach K. He's only been here for a year, but if he could assemble an all-time team that he's ever coached, we already, what would it be? It's kind
That'd be interesting. Yeah.
It'd be fun.
He's been here. What? He's been coaching like 12 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get that.
Shan became the 80 and 08.
Yes, and it'd be nice to get that perspective as well, because each team has different personalities. So one year it's more defensive oriented team, and another year it's more offensive oriented team. You know, we've had years where we've only given up 2 or 3 goals the whole year, and then we've had other years where we've scored 40 of them. It's a good shot at Mr. Marley's.
Maybe that's potentially, hey, if you're at home and you're following at Sterling Overtime on Twitter, you should be. That might be a piece that we feature relatively soon. It'd be kind of a fun question.
My guess
might
is
be one of the longest tenured coaches here at Sterling.
Sure, other than Mr. Shepard. Mr. Shepard's been the track coach for a long time.
At Night's Overtime, brand new addition to Sterling High School. Sports broadcasting team going to be putting together the October Players of the Month. That should be coming out very, very shortly. Each group picked a squad and a Player of the Month, and why they picked them, you'll see that on at Sterling or at Night's Overtime. Maybe we'll see Coach Marley's featured. Goalie comes out and in some trouble, and they kick it right back to him. Good opportunity there for Sterling, but they come up empty.
Caleb Alvin comes through and kind of overruns the ball and just one step too far. Of course, Caleb is one of our Evans family legacy here at Sterling Soccer.
You know what I just thought of? Coach Hoffman might be the longest tenured and next tenured behind Shep.
Yeah, because he started 06, I think.
Yeah, and when you factor in the freshman and JV level, Coach Hoffman's been here. He was here longer than I've been here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
that would also be
a couple sub coming
Matt
in here.
Sheehan, our superintendent, his son Raiden, also a class officer for the class of 2023.
Has the flow going.
Yeah, he's got good flow. I don't know if he's got Michael Berkeley flow. He's getting there though.
He's got the little Trevor Lawrence look up. So.
Jets took one step further to getting him last night. With
Did the Jets lose?
Yeah, they lost.
Hopefully that comment ages well and people know who Trevor Lawrence is in 20 years.
Yeah, right. Heard about him.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's a hair competition. Look at the flow from Michael Berkeley, and then you got the flow from Braden Sheehan.
Yeah.
Both A+, as far as I'm concerned. Says the guy that has no hair.
Yeah. They're actually teammates in the summertime and swim team as well. They're actually on the same relay for swimming. So.
Fit all that hair in the cap.
Yeah.
Corner coming up for Lindenwold here with just about 17 minutes remaining unofficially here in this second half, 1-1 game.
Again, this is a situation where Sterling better mark up from the box here because they watch the guys making the 18, making the runs into the 18.
Escobar will tee it up inside the 18 and a couple swings and misses, waiting for it to settle. Back inside, headed away nicely by Sterling. And as Jean-Ray sends it forward as he's pushed, no whistle.
Ooh. Yeah, the referee had his head turned looking where the ball was going and missed the play on the ball. So as he comes down here and there's a corner out here and several people had an opportunity but just missed every head there.
Hear the officials say no. No whistle there. Coach Snyder. And Coach Marley, as you can see in the same shot here.
What?
Offside.
It was a handball.
Or handball?
It was a handball, yeah. So, does it come down? Nice shot there. Yeah, called a handball there, and like I said, I didn't actually see it on the replay. You can hear Coach Snyder saying they missed the call.
Tell you what, it's entertaining.
Yeah.
Nothing else. We don't really have to say much sometimes.
Yeah. Well,
Bruce Williams with the hot foot. Cuts it back inside the 18. Williams. And that will spin, backspin in and stay inbound, but right onto the foot of Sterling. Cross intercepted by Escobar. And that will be an easy call.
Starting to get the look of a possible overtime game.
And
Still
why
a decent
not?
amount of time left. Thank goodness we didn't start at 4 o'clock.
You'd get about, if you were playing 10-minute halves, you might be able to get this game in. And we did a field hockey game about a week and a half ago, and they're supposed to do 2 10-minute overtime periods. They got through, 20-minute, was it 20-minute overtime, I think?
They're 12s.
Did you look at me and ask me for clarification on field hockey overtime?
I believe
At any rate,
they 12-minute overtime.
They stopped it with about 3 or 4 minutes left to go. They couldn't get through it. There we are.
Yeah, we tried to get the explaining the rules for overtime, and then they all went the way of the horse and buggy because they made up the rules as they went along.
I was actually in the truck for that one because we had just gotten done a tennis practice, and I'm looking at it on the monitors. I'm like, it's not that dark. And then I go outside. I'm like, whoa, it is that dark because the cameras take care of a lot of lighting.
Yeah, see Estrada working hard to the ball here.
Estrada again. And the longer this game goes, the more intense I think. The intensity is starting to ramp up here.
Yeah.
Lions to make a substitution. Ochoa going to check into the game and replace Lozano. About 13 and a half minutes remaining. Chip and almost got through. Good job there by Justin Burr, the freshman, to clear that one away.
Oh, throw through the genre, making the run. Try to tap it down. Like I said, a nice quick transition there. Just unlucky with a little too hard of a touch there by Bruce Williams.
Glad you joined us here on Channel 19. Kevin Schulz, Sean Clank, and myself, Rob Strauss, bring you a 1-1 game here. Lindenwold struck early off the foot of Ezekiel Estrada, and then Sterling answered back shortly thereafter. The 6th goal of the season by senior Bruce Williams. And that's where we stand. It's been entertaining on the field and even on the sidelines.
Yeah, it has been. And it's been...
You want to get a copy of this game, any event right here on Channel 19? Just $20 an event, $3 for the mailing. You included the name of the event on there as well. Just shoot Mr. K an email. The address on the screen. Give us a call, 784-1333, extension 4119.
Rob, it's had a little bit of everything. You had physical play. It's been really back and forth. I mean, you can't say one team's had more opportunities than the other. But both teams have the ability to strike quick, probably even more so Lindenwold, and we saw that with the goal that they had.
Yeah, Lindenwold's transition from finesse to power is really eye-popping. You know, you get out there and you see it going into the ball, and then a quick change, a real power move, and a real power shot. You'd be like, oh, you don't usually see that in high school soccer as much. They lull you asleep, and then they hit the home run ball on you.
This represent today is actually the end of quarter one. We're a quarter of the way through the 2020-2021 school year. Hard to believe. Tomorrow we'll start the second quarter of the academic year for these student athletes. And we close one of 4 chapters.
Yep.
Already, hard to believe. Sterling throw as
a misplay
by Lindenwold there.
The pop up there by Kevin Martin. And it's out of bounds.
So it looks like the JV game has completed. off our right side.
Sterling was leading 1-0 when I was down there. I don't know how they finished. I'll try to get an update for you.
Lindenwold doing a good job shielding that ball there and forcing a goal kick. That was great defense there by Brando Rodriguez, the senior. What a great job defensively to shield the ball and then deflect it right off of Sterling for the goal kick.
They stopped shielding. John Ray came in for the double team and then ended up kicking the ball, playing the ball out of bounds. But a nice job shielding here on shielding Bruce Williams. Again, both players fighting physically for the ball, and then back kicks it and actually comes off, back heels it, goes off and John Ray out of bounds.
Again, another instance of physical play, but it was clean. You know, we've seen a lot of that today, which is good to see.
Yeah, I mean, even though it's been a physical game, there's no chippiness in this game, which is credit to both teams because they're both well coached and they're both disciplined, and that's the aspect of it. Lindenwold, opportunity here.
Comes Lindenwold trying to beat the freshman. Great job by Sterling's Justin Burr. Speaking of shielding, did a great job there.
Yeah, and played out of bounds. Lindenwold with the throw.
Sheehan to check back in.
Yeah, engaged in a conversation with Coach Snyder. Coach Snyder, a long-time friend of the Sheehan family. Oh, we got to stop a clock and a yellow card. I'm not sure who that was on. He kicked the ball away. I'm not sure who that was on, but
I heard delay a game.
Referee Reese pulling out the yellow card, but I'm not sure what number he tagged there. Looks like number 6. There we go.
There's a yellow card issued to Lindenwold's Ortiz for delay a game for kicking the ball away, and Coach Snyder really not happy with that in a 1-1 game late in the second half.
Again, Coach Snyder making his opinion known, but trying to play that gamesmanship, playing for that next call. So
that's the additional part of the chess match that we talked about.
Absolutely.
Wow, great job of Bruce Williams winning one-on-one there. And,
ooh,
man.
Yeah, Bruce Williams worked back, doing a very nice job of winning the ball. And Jean-Marie was off sides, though, on the far side.
Yeah.
So nice job here, and then Jean-Marie just a step off sides. Nice call by the referee.
And a good look there by our camera. I don't know who that is down there on that.
I believe that is Nick Raitano with the...
Nick Raitano
with the camera action on the side. So
he's our offside camera.
There you go. Yeah. We have to teach him how to Photoshop that so we can show referees later they made the wrong call. Good job.
That doesn't look right there.
Show up anonymously in the mail, I'm sure.
There you
on
go.
Sterling letterhead.
Yeah. Darn you, Nick Raitano. No, just kidding. So, but nice call by the official. I mean, it's a correct call there and the opportunity. Oh, and they got a call here, and actually...
I thought that was going to go against Sterling.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be a call against Sterling, because it looks like he reaches out and grabs the jersey? I don't know. As it comes out. So Sterling gets a restart and a kick. So, ball played down.
And this is a interesting part of the game right here. It's a dangerous ball comes in and just goes over. Holy cow!
Yeah.
That would have been one of those. That was a hold your breath moment. I didn't think that was actually happening.
Oh man!
Because our vantage point is, obviously we're so far away.
Yeah. Josh Garcia played the ball in the air. comes down and just goes over top. Nice tracking by the Lindenwold goaltender. I should mention that Lindenwold's JV team is coached by Coach Baker, who is the son of our own Don Baker here at Sterling High School.
Okay.
I think he did his student teaching here, did he not?
Mm-hmm. I believe so.
Or he was a sub?
Might have been
both.
both, yeah, for a while.
Both, yeah. So you see him, he's actually jogging behind the Lindenwold net right now.
Fun fact is my wife coached Miss Baker's daughter in soccer at Highland.
Yeah, the soccer ties are all around.
Yeah, they're
here.
all over the place. The 6 degrees of soccer.
Right. Nice
Step
shot
by Burr. Good step, real good step to set up the Sterling transition. Matt Martin over to Williams. Williams. Nice ball.
Plays the Garcia.
Finds Garcia. Garcia. Not a great first touch, but somehow still regains possession. And now he's double teamed and gives Berkeley a chance of firing. Berkeley right into the goalkeeper.
And what Lindenwold did, as you saw, this is towards the end of the play, but when Bruce Williams got the ball, tried to turn and hit, he was looking for a genre in the middle, but Lindenwold did a good job of shielding things and pushing things to the outside, not allowing him to get it into the genre.
We got Lindenwold on the restart here. Oh, opportunity here.
And cleared away. And that's going to be a corner in the latter stages of this second half for the Lions, looking for the go-ahead goal.
Kevin Rodriguez clears the ball over the net. So again, there's real dangers here, and this is a playoff type atmosphere here, where one mistake can cost you the game. So this is actually a nice game going into the nice playoff type atmosphere coming into the end of the season.
The all-important tune-up, right?
Yeah.
Another corner on the way. And what a great job by Justin Burr, doing a great job defensively for Sterling on that back line.
Yeah, took away the opportunity there.
So another corner. Better corner this time for the Lions on a bicycle kick attempt. Comes up empty. Open space. Nice move to cut it back inside, and here comes cross. Nothing but Sterling heads there, but it goes into the possession. Still Lindenwold just going to switch sides. Trying to get a throw in here, and they're going to call a foul.
Call the foul on it. Yeah, shielding the ball there, and it looked like Josh Garcia a little bit with the body.
This is just as good as a corner here. Might actually have a little bit better of an angle. You're about 10 yards inside the flag.
Yeah, I'm surprised Strada's not taking this and putting it right onto the far post. Coach Snyder having some fun with Coach Marley's.
Looking for an offside call. They're not going to get it. And Sterling clears away off the chest of Williams. Williams tries to save it, and he does. Unofficially, 2.25 minutes remaining in a 1-1 game. And this has been entertaining on the field, off the field. It's just been a real fun game to watch and to commentate here as a corner on the way for Sterling now in the waning moments of the second half.
Yeah, Sterling getting a corner. I don't know if he's sending the subs in here. So, Sterling with the subs here.
And a pull Braden Sheehan off, as well as Josh Garcia.
Ball
Service.
by
Off the head, and a diving save off the head of Berkeley.
Yeah, nice tracking by the goaltender here. Berkeley does a real great job of flicking the ball in off his head. It's almost like a backhander off the head. Came in and hit it off the back of his head.
Because it's all the hair.
Yeah.
The hair helps the.
Come down, but real nice tracking by the goalie, staying on top of it.
First sends it to Martin. Williams. Good possession there by Bruce Williams. Try and find a genre, but it's going to go just a little too far. No, it's still in. Goalkeeper is out.
Yeah.
And they're going to say it's a corner.
Yeah, the ball was played. The goaltender came out to play with his hands, but it never went into the box. So the goaltender had to try to shield to try to keep the ball in bounds. So Sterling with another corner here. Again, unofficially under a minute.
This would be pretty much a game-winning opportunity here for Sterling.
Absolutely. Ball
Set
served
in,
up.
and it goes off the defender and in! A genre gets the goal!
Yeah, nice job by Genre.
His 8th of the season, and it could be the game winner for the Silver Nuts.
I believe that was Matt Martin with the initial head ball, and the goaltender made a great save there, and it came right down to a Genre. Or excuse me, it was the defender who made a great save there. So, and it comes back, and a Genre, like I said, Johnny on the spot, nailing the.
Unbelievable. Casimir Genre picks up his 8th goal of the season.
And you could kind of see that coming because Sterling's been getting the better opportunities off the corner kicks. They've been getting the kicks in the middle and getting different players in front free. And ultimately, Genre comes up with the big goal with very little time left here.
Yeah, a lot of justice in there.
Added time.
Yeah, a lot of justice there because there was a Genre doing the work to get that corner, running alongside the ball and then forcing Lindenwold to make the mistake in the corner. So a little justice there coming down and cleaning up the last goal. And it's really nice to see the two seniors leading the way with the goals.
So a Genre gets the game winner with under a minute to go. 2 second-half goals by Sterling, and they win this one 2-1. And they improved to 7-3-2 on the year. And what a game, Schulze. You look at the goal here.
Boy, again, back and forth, but Sterling just was much better with getting those corner kicks in the middle. Had 2 players hit it, and ultimately the important one was Genre with getting the goal in the back of the net. Goalie had no chance on that one.
Nobody on him either. And he gets a little bump there from Coach Barringer.
That's fine.
So what we'll do is we will get off to a quick break, come back, post-game show with probably that man right there, Kaz Genre. Sterling wins this one 2-1, thanks to the efforts of Genre, his 8th goal of the year right here, off the corner kick in the winning moments. Your final score, Sterling 2, Lindenwold 1. We're back with the post-game show after this. Wow, what an awesome game here. Sterling trailing at the half, 1-0. They get 2 second-half goals, one in the last minute of the game by Kazi Donray, and we're going to send it down to Schulze with the man of the hour right now. Schulze, it's all you.
Congratulations on the goal. Let's make sure you're talking on there, okay? Okay, congratulations on the goal. Had a lot of opportunities. Just a couple things went wide. You and Bruce Williams work well together. Walk us through what happened with you hustling and forcing that corner kick.
We just know that we had a little time to get our team back in the game and win the game. So we just have to work hard in those moments, never give up, and just keep going for the ball.
Great job, kid. Good luck.
Thank you.
And you, now, when you went in there in the corner and you saw the goalie come out, was that your ultimate goal to get a corner kick in that situation?
Not necessarily, just to get it to another player's foot, just to get it on frame on goal. Maybe we get a corner or goal, anything. And
it just worked out that way where you got the corner. Talk about, was the corner kick, were you guys planning to get it far post or middle, or was there any plan on where you want to put the corner kick?
Oh, we just wanted to get it on our target's head. Just get it on frame and somebody just go for the second ball.
Okay, and it was just one of those situations, I guess, where you want to get free from the defender and get in the middle, and I guess once you saw the ball, you knew pretty much it was an opportunity.
Yeah.
Now, is that something, what we said, one thing we noticed about your team was that, both teams got corner kick opportunities, but you guys seem to get better opportunities. You were able to get guys freed up in front of the net throughout the game, and ultimately it led to the game winner. Is that something you guys have been doing all year?
Yeah, we've been working on it off season, getting our target players, try to free them up from our defenders. Some other guy try to just set kind of like screens so the defenders on the other team will get distracted.
So really, it's kind of a communication, and it's not just one or two guys; it's a team thing.
Yeah.
What's the key moving forward? Obviously, last game of the season, you've got your playoff game. What's the key to this team being successful in the playoffs?
Just keep working hard, never give up, always fight for the ball.
Well, you did that, and boy, you exemplified that, Casimir, with the way you set things up with the corner kick. Hey, pal, thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
And best of luck in the playoffs.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks. And we'll take it back to Mr. Rob Strauss.
Thank you very much, Schulze, and congratulations to Mr. Jeanray, doing a great job scoring that game-winning goal today and win this one 2-1. Bruce Williams gets his 4th goal in 3 games to equalize it early in the second half. And then the man of the hour, Casimir Jeanray, gets the goal off the corner to end it in a 2-1 decision here at Sterling. Take one more look at it here. Right place, right time, and he left no doubt with very little time left on the clock as he is surrounded by the team, and as well he should. The team is meeting to our right. Take one more look at it here. Corner set up by Martin. Deflects, and then scores. And that's the winner. That sends everybody home. 2-1 your final.